I want to tell you about a version of yourself that already exists. She's on the other side of this season. She went through what you're going through right now and she came out. Not unscathed, but better. More herself. More settled into who she is than she's ever been. She glows. Not the kind of glow that comes from good skincare routine, but the glow that comes from knowing yourself so deeply that it shows on the outside. People notice her, they ask her what she did, and she smiles because the answer is, I went through fire and I chose not to stay there. I believe in that version of you completely, and today I want to teach you how to stay connected to her, especially on days when she feels very, very far away. Hi, I'm Soumya, and this is episode 4 of my growth series. This is the most important one yet, so keep watching. I want to make a distinction that I feel matters a lot. The future self that I'm talking about is not a vision board fantasy. She's not a collection of aesthetics and aspirations pinned onto a board above your desk. She's not the Instagram life you're trying to build toward. She's a real psychological and spiritual reference point. The version of you that is knowable, reachable, and available to you right now. Not as a destination, but as a guide. Your brain is building a story that is telling you this is who you are. Struggling, not good enough, always being challenged, always in a position where you are fighting for bare minimum. The future self practice interrupts that story. It gives your brain a different reference point based on who you are becoming and not what you've been through. And here's a spiritual dimension which I think is the most important one. I believe that the future version of you, the one who has overcome it all and come out on the other side, already exists in some real sense. She's not waiting to be formed, she's waiting to be revealed. All your growth, all your hardship, all your starting over is not building her from scratch. They're removing everything that has been covering her up. Your job is not to become somebody new, it's to become somebody who you really are. Okay, let me give you something concrete. So, this is the actual practice that I use, adapted from my own spiritual work that I've been doing over the last few years. Step 1, get specific about who she is. Not what she has, not what her flat looks like, not what her salary is, but who she is. How does she move through this world? What does she feel on the inside? What is her relationship with herself like? And what does she know that you're still learning? For me, she's settled in herself. She is not reactive. She glows in a way that has nothing to do with her circumstances. She knows her value without needing anybody to confirm it. She loves and is loved deeply. And she's found a way to create something, taking everything that she's been to and turning it into something that is going to help people. So write yours down. Get detailed and make her feel real. Step 2, ask her questions. This is a journaling practice, but it can also be taken as a thinking practice. So, when you're stuck in a decision, in a moment of fear, or a moment of comparison, ask her, what would she do here? What does she know that you don't know yet? And what does she see in the situation from the other side? You'll be surprised by how often the answer comes through. Because the answer is already in you. She is already in you. You are just accessing a part of you that got buried under a hard season. Step 3, make one daily choice from her perspective. Every day, make one choice that the future version of you would make. Not 100, not complex choices, just one simple choice. It can be as simple as choosing to go on a walk instead of doom scrolling. Sending that email that you've been holding on to for such a long time. Or not replying to that text that doesn't deserve your energy. Maybe it's recording one piece of content that you don't feel ready to record yet. One choice. That's all, because identity is built in small moments and not grand gestures. And every time you make that choice, you're closing the gap between who you are now and the future version of you. One choice, that's all. Step 4, collect your evidence. Every time something happens that shows you that you have grown, write it down. For example, a situation where you showed genuine calm instead of panicking and anxiety, which you would have done a year ago. Or a moment where you upheld a boundary with somebody that you couldn't have some time ago. A moment where you felt a genuine connection with somebody. A moment that you chose yourself. Or a moment that you built something creative. This evidence becomes your anchor on the hard days. Because hard days come, they always do. And on those days, when your brain tries to tell you a story of failure and stagnation, you will have data, real data, that says, no, see, growth is happening, even now, even in this moment. I have to be honest with you. There have been days, and I'm sure it's the same for you, that there have been days, some really, really dark ones, where this future self practice feels like a cruel joke. And even if you try to journal on those days, what comes out is not wisdom, but just grief. And I think it's important to say that it's okay. This practice is not a spiritual bypass, it's not a way to skip your anger, your grief, your fear. These feelings need to be felt. These feelings need to move through you. And on days when you're feeling all of these feelings, I want you to sit with them because that is also work. This future self practice is for the days when you have even a little bit of ground underneath you. When you're not in free fall, when you can actually access something a little more than just survival. On free fall days, the practice is simple. You just survive, just get through the day, just do the next thing that needs to be done, and that's all. Because here's what I've learned from my own experience: the free fall days, they end. They always end. And then this practice waits for you, your future version waits for you. And sometimes on the free fall days, the most powerful thing to do is just find a small anchor. Even on my worst of days, if I kept my morning, my coffee, my morning quiet, and the small ritual of choosing the day before the day chose me, that really kept me sane. I felt something thread back to myself. So find your thread. It doesn't have to be big, it just has to be yours. People ask me about this a lot, the glow. They notice something different. They ask me what I'm doing, what has changed, and why I seem to radiate in a way that feels different. And the honest answer is this practice that I was just talking about. This is the work that matters, it shows. Because when you're connected to who you're becoming, when you have that anchor inside of you that isn't dependent on a job title or a relationship or bank balance or what anybody thinks of you, it shows. It literally shows on the outside. I have been through my fair share of things that objectively should have dipped me, but I came out glowing. It's not because my circumstances got better, it's because I stopped letting my circumstances define who I was. And who you are is not what's happening to you. And that knowing, that is available to you right now. Not when things get better, not when you arrive somewhere, but now. The version of you that is glowing is not waiting at the finishing line. She is you right now. She's just asking you to let her out. I want to close this video a little different. Like the last video, we'll be closing this with a letter. But this letter is from your future self to yourself right now. So here we go. Hey, I know where you are right now. I remember it. I remember the weight of it, the stress it brought along, the uncertainty, the feeling that everyone is moving forward while you are treading water. I remember looking in the mirror and not quite recognizing who was looking back. I want you to know something. You made it. Not through luck, not because things suddenly got easy, but because you kept choosing yourself. Every day in small ways. You kept going. The things you're afraid you've lost, you haven't lost them. The time, the opportunities, the version of yourself before things got hard. She's still there. She's waiting for you to come and get her. And the things you think are holding you back, the restarts, the hard chapters, the years that didn't go to plan, they are not baggage. They are the thing. They are the reason you have something to say. They are the reason people trust you. They are the reason you glow in a way that people can't name. Keep going, not because it's easy, but because you are worth it on the other side. And I'll see you soon. Huh. That's for you, all of it. Subscribe if you want to keep going on this journey together, and drop a comment and let me know what is that one thing that your future self knows that you are still learning. And I will see you in my next one.